The Land I Will Show You, Catastrophe of the Tragic Melancholies. I don't know who named that one, but that's really stupid. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Grim from Grimmreaper. I might look a little different and sound a little different than what is out there of me. But hey, you know what happens, things change, circumstances change, looks change, but the one thing that hasn't changed is my album finally coming out, and today is the day, or very close, depending on when you're watching it. Tuesday, March 30th is when my debut album, The Tragedy of Being, is released, for better or worse, to the world. And today is a very special day because of what I got in the mail. Okay. See my hard work right there? That's dedication, that's gains, that's sacrifice, that's love. And these are my albums. They came in the mail. So we're gonna unbox them and see what they look like. I'm really excited and a little nervous because it's my first time. I'm not with a label, unless you count Logan Grimm Records, which is just my name with the word records attached after it. But I ordered the albums myself and I'm shipping them out from my place of business, which is Grimmreaper headquarters. In an undisclosed location somewhere in the middle of Texas. But without further ado, let's open them up. A little nervous because it's my first time ordering them, but don't mind the mess back here. I'm working on my guitars right now to make them sound better for album number 2. I've got 2 of these actually. This is the one I'm working on. It's a Jackson J22S or something like that. Dinky 7-string, probably the cheapest 7-string guitar you can get, but I recorded my entire debut album, The Tragedy of Being, which I'm about to look at now, with this guitar, and this guitar only, if you don't count this one, that is, which is the same guitar. And I'm working on that one right now. So level the frets and polish everything and get the action lower and, you know, maybe put a new nut in, make it sound the best that I can, since I'm not a billionaire philanthropist that wants to do questionable things to the world. But if you buy this album, who knows? I might be right there on my way. Do people watch unboxing videos? I never understood why, really. I know I shouldn't do that because I'm talking to the people watching the video right now who are excited about this, probably. But I never watch unboxing videos. So, that being said, I really don't know how they're done. So I'm just gonna hold the box right here and just dig in. If I'm committing a crime, let me know for the next one. Alright, so I ordered, never cut towards yourself, but I'm doing it anyway. Ordered 200 of these bad boys. This is the box with the first 100. I anticipate them to sell out sometime no less than before 2030, if the United Nations doesn't invade before then. Alright. Whew, I ordered these from, where did I order these from? Not DistroKid. Where did I order these from? CD makers, I think. Shoot. Disc makers. I ordered these from disc makers, that's right. Whew. First piece of cardboard. Second piece of cardboard. Okay, so far so good. See that? It's so cool. That is so cool to me. Man, having my own record out. It's so awesome. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh. Ooh. I hope the camera focuses, but look at that. Hey, that's my shirt. If you want either of these, the album or the official album t-shirt, or any other t-shirts for that matter, find it on my Bandcamp. That's bandcamp.com/Grimmreaper with 2 M's, just like this. The Tragedy of Being, which is a very arrogant thing to say for someone as young as I am. Okay, let's take a look inside. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Did this really break? I'm gonna be upset if this broke. This can't have broken. The first one that I... Alright, let's look at a different one. Okay, there seems to be no scratches or damage on this one. Haha, voila, we're good. Look at what this comes with. Boom. There's the CD, very simple logo on it, very budget friendly if I do say so myself. But what's cool is this booklet. I never thought I would have my own CD out, much less a CD with a booklet with everything in it as far as lyrics go. I know it might look simple to you, but this is, just, yeah, it's a dream come true, to have all this out. So it's a 9-song album, which you can see right on the back, and a very pretentious statement on it, depending on how you look at it. But I'll read it without further ado. 2021, Logan Grimm Records, that's me. The Tragedy of Being was written, recorded, and performed by Logan Grimm in his home studios in Texas, USA, and Saitama, Japan, 2019 through 2021. All instruments, Logan Grimm. Lyrics and vocals, Logan Grimm. Mixed and mastered by Frederick Erlingson, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, of Audiosphere Recordings. Great audio engineer. He took my work and my tracks that I really didn't know what I was doing with or how to record and made them sound a lot better than I could have imagined. So, thank you. Album artwork, Tim Buell at a.space.monkey. That's where all the artwork came from, except for this. This was done by a freelance artist I had on Fiverr, and then Tim did like this. And in the back here are some other single artworks. This is the first single I came out with, which is Resent. That's the music video you saw earlier. And then my last single of the record was Road of Resistance. It's a song that I covered from Baby Metal. I just tuned it down from standard to C standard and sang it in English in lyrics that I reimagined myself. So if you like that, it's on the album. Go check it out. Alright, it's got all the lyrics in there for all 8 songs, and the last song is instrumental, so it doesn't have it in there. Minds, Mirrors Meshing Together, North Star, Prison, Resent, The Land I Will Show You, Catastrophe of the Tragic Melancholies. I don't know who named that one, but that's really stupid. Road of Resistance, Happy Times, and finally, The Tragedy of Being, which is the long instrumental song to wrap everything up. 2 album artworks in there. Bada bing, bada freaking boom. We're done. Please don't break when I open you up. Don't you do it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so there's the album. Coming out on March 30th. Tuesday, March 30th. The Tragedy of Being by Grimmreaper is available everywhere. Physical CD and, where is it? On all digital streaming services, including my Bandcamp. So go check it out. I would really appreciate it, of course. As happy as I am, I'm still a little disappointed that some of the units are defunct, but I guess that's, just a risk you're willing to take when you ship your stuff from, I think it's the Northeast. I'm just going to stick this one back in even though it's broken. No one will notice. Hopefully a fan with really low self-esteem gets this and so they think it's their fault. That's my strategy there. Just make everyone feel so low and guilty. Or market to those people in the first place so that way you can get away with selling bad products. I'm not just a musician, I'm a businessman. You heard it here first. So that's the unboxing done, out of the way. Man. To talk about the album for just a second, man, that's such a cool feeling because I've been working on this debut solo album project, like I said in that statement, from 2019 to 2021, which is now. So the better part of 2 years, almost 2.5, for lack of a better specificity there. But man, I never thought it was gonna get done. Because when I started, I didn't know how to write music, much less record it, and then make it sound passable. And that's just on the honest truth right there. I didn't even know how to write music when I started having the ideas of putting forth an album. And I know that sounds a little odd, but I just started writing. And then I ordered a $300 bundle of recording equipment from Amazon that had like a beginner microphone and some stands and, oh, where is it? And this interface right there, these are great, but they are kind of beginner and starter, so that is just what it is being said there, but they are fantastic. But this came in the bundle, some cords, and that was it. And these really crappy headphones that after about a year started like deteriorating, and the black soot just leaves all around my chin and my ears when I take them off. And in a lot of the raw recordings for the album, the vocal recordings, you can hear the click track because the headphones are so loose with their sound that the click track goes into my ears and it is so loud, I have to turn it up so loud that the microphone picks up the click track from my headphones. That's how bad the headphones are. I don't have my computer back there, but I have a MacBook Pro now laptop, but I recorded 95% of the album on a Toshiba satellite, which, if you don't know much about computers like me, just know that it is not meant for music recording or any sort of large project that uses up a lot of your RAM. It is not meant for that whatsoever. So recording the album, I had an absolute hell of a time getting my computer to pick up and process even just 6 tracks, 2 guitars, 1 bass, and a few MIDI drum tracks. My computer would go over 100% of the CPU capacity, so I'd be recording a solo or a rhythm chunk, and you'd hear the computer would just glitch out because it couldn't handle what I was putting into it. I'm even amazed that I got this done when A, I didn't know what in the world I was doing, B, I had very beginner, elementary, humble equipment. Number 3, I did all of it myself, never having recorded guitars, never having written anything before, never having sang anywhere besides high school choir, but we don't need to talk about those days. Those days are over. They're gone. I don't want to think about them. But yes, I recorded on a beginner guitar when I moved to Japan, which is where I recorded most of the album. And you can see that in the little documentary I'm putting together of all the behind the scenes footage that I took, actual takes of me sitting in my apartment in Saitama, which is a state in Japan right next to Tokyo. My little cramped apartment where I'm recording all this stuff, even screaming. So I had a neighbor this way, but I didn't have a neighbor this way. So what I did was I had the microphone standing here. That's where I would scream and sing in my apartment. I am super surprised that I did not get any noise complaints. 0. None. And I was screaming at the top of my lungs, singing for hours every weekend for like 10 weeks or some ridiculous amount of time like that. And I never got a noise complaint. But yes, I did live in Japan. I was working, and that's why I had to cut my beautiful, beautiful, totally not smelly, totally not unkept long hair. Good times, good times. But while I was over there, I bought this Aria Pro 2 5-string bass. From what I know about basses, it's pretty elementary as well. I think it was like $350. I kind of punctured it right there with my headstock of the Jackson guitar accidentally when it was hanging from the wall, and I am really upset about it still. This thing right here is like a telephone cable. I don't know how much sugar does it. This is insane. This is like a 120 gauge, I think, or 140, I can't remember. I picked up this bass and recorded all the bass myself. And honestly, I hate saying all of that because it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. I really don't like to do that. My point is that if you're a beginning artist, or if you're someone with cheap gear and you think, there's no way I can ever sound like the pros, or there's no way I'm gonna know what I'm doing, or all of this stuff is super intimidating, I get it. It still is to me. I can't even believe that I got this done in the first place. But if you have the internet at your disposal and you have some skill with instruments and whatnot, you too can at least complete a project that sounds passable. So that's my advice to you. If you have any questions about how it's done or what I did, I'm sure I'll be making videos in the future about my mistakes and how to get past those. In the meantime, send me an email. It's officialgrimmreaper@gmail.com. Grimmreaper has 2 M's. Furthermore, if you like the shirts that I have, or if you want to get an album, physical copy, I'll be signing the first 100. Like I said, I don't assume that they're going to sell out until 2030 or 2035, but get yours while you can. I'll be signing the first 100 and shipping them out, but that's really it. I know if you're a fan of unboxing videos or metal or whatever kind of music, or really any creator, everyone always says, if you checked this out, it would be so appreciative, and I, love it so much. And after watching a lot of those, that can sound really superfluous and not necessary, but I really don't know what else to say. It is really a dream come true to have accomplished this, and am now getting to share all of what was in here through this to you and to the world. So from the bottom of my heart, I am very thankful. Bandcamp.com/Grimmreaper, or hit my DMs on my Instagram. That's where all the action happens, at Grimmreaper USA. That's Grimmreaper USA on Instagram. Hit my DMs if you want one, or purchase through my Bandcamp, bandcamp.com/Grimmreaper. See you there.